Good morning, world. Today is Friday, May 7th, and this is the Expose Obama Weekly Update. Be sure to check out exposeobama.com for what's been going on this week, and leave a comment on this video or on the blog. We'd love to hear from you. It seems that our lecturer-in-chief demands we do as he says, but not as he does. During his University of Michigan commencement address last Saturday, President Obama assumed the professorial role and began lecturing Americans on how to behave. Take a look.
Now, the second way to keep our democracy healthy is to maintain a basic level of civility in our public debate. But we can't expect to solve our problems if all we do is tear each other down. You can disagree with a certain policy without demonizing the person who espouses it.
While the idea of a civil debate is certainly appealing, Barack Obama has done more to damage civility in public discourse than any president in 40 years. Obama is the first president since Richard Nixon to personally launch verbal assaults on his political enemies. His administration is willing to attack anyone who dares to stand in their way. They employ the shockingly unpresidential strategy of going after their critics by name. Robert Gibbs, the president's acid-tongued spokesman, attacked CNBC reporter Rick Santelli after less than a month in office. That set the stage for the further degrading of public discourse. Obama has issued scores of scathing personal attacks. He attacked Mitch McConnell as being in bed with Wall Street. He claimed John Boehner was a healthcare Chicken Little. And in this video clip, he says Sarah Palin is not exactly an expert on nuclear issues.
You know, that's kind of like getting out there on the playground, a bunch of kids ready to fight, and one of the kids saying, go ahead, punch me in the face, and I'm not going to retaliate.
Your response?
I really have no response to that. The last I checked, Sarah Palin's not much of an expert on nuclear issues.
He also called Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh a troublesome twosome spreading vitriol. Even Obama's comedy has a political bite to it. Rather than employing the strategy of most recent presidents of engaging in some self-deprecating humor, Obama only makes fun of others. At the last Correspondents' Dinner, he told jokes mocking Sarah Palin, Scott Brown, John Boehner, Charlie Crist, and Mitt Romney, but he wouldn't touch himself or his own failings, or even many of the failings of members of his own party. Take a look at this clip of Obama blasting Republican Minority Leader John Boehner.
Bipartisan outreach will be so successful that even John Boehner will consider becoming a Democrat. After all, we have a lot in common. He is a person of color, although not a color that appears in the natural world. This bill shall cover short-term memory loss related to the passage of Massachusetts health care reform. So good news, Mitt, your condition is covered. This next provision is called the Jersey Shore-Up. It reads, the following individuals shall be excluded from the indoor tanning tax within this bill: Snooki, JWoww, The Situation, and House Minority Leader John Boehner.
Landon Parvin, an author and speechwriter for Democrats and Republicans and a joke writer for 3 Republican presidents, Reagan and both Bushes, says, quote, with these dinners, you want the audience to like you more when you sit down than when you stood up. Something in Obama's humor didn't do that. The reason is because Obama went for the jugular and tried to score political points instead of focusing on his own failings. It's easy for the president to lecture about the lack of civility in politics, but when his administration is one of the most vicious voices in modern history, those lectures smack of hypocrisy. If Obama really wants to raise the public discourse, he ought to start by cleaning his own White House. Let's raise the public discourse, but let's lead by example, Mr. President. The ball's in your court. Thanks, and we hope you have a great week.